What's up, everybody? You are very welcome along to our Liverpool versus Manchester United preview here on Anfield Agenda. I'm your host Craig, and as always, you are very, very welcome along to the show. Apologies for the 3-minute delay, but I'm having massive issues with lighting on my camera. I don't know what's going on. 1 minute I was silver, the next minute I was my normal skin tone, but look, we're here now and we're live, and it's on the eve of, let's face it, probably not our biggest, most difficult game of the season, but the one we look out for when the fixtures come out. Is this the big derby? Is it the Merseyside derby? From my point of view, I have to say it's this one. I look out for the United games every single season when those fixtures come out. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I sincerely hope we give them a phrase that I'm going to use that you guys know I use a lot, and that's just spanking. I want to give Manchester United an absolute kicking tomorrow. How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Great to see you all in. It feels like it's been fucking ages. It feels like it's been a while since we got to have a little chat, ladies and gents. Chelsea lost to Newcastle, said Patrick. Am I watching the Gregor fight? You bet your ass I am, Machine. I have it all sorted out for later on. I will be watching it. $29.99 though, here in Ireland to watch that fight. I think it's a little bit scaldy, as we say over here. How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Look, I want to start off tonight with a little bit of statistical stuff for you. This comes via Stephen Hoare, or Steve Hoare as we know him, on Twitter. Liverpool only need 11 more wins to mathematically win the league if City were to win every one of their games left. And that 11th game just happens to be at the Etihad against Manchester City. Is it fate? Can we win it in their gaff? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. There's a long way to go, but City's next 10 games also include all of the current top 6, Spurs and Arsenal as well. It's not going to be an easy run for them, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm full on fucking party mode. City dropping more points today. I know, I'm not going to tell any Liverpool fan when they should feel like it's time to celebrate, ladies and gents, but you know me. You know me, you know your boy. I'm fucking partying already, ladies and gents. It's done as far as I'm concerned. It's been done since the Leicester game. Each to their own. I will not judge anybody on how they feel about it. But look, loads to get through. Give me your thoughts, give me your questions, anything you want to talk about tonight. I will of course go through my team prediction, my score prediction for the game tomorrow. I'm going to stop by reading some of your comments because truth be told, I missed you motherfuckers, I really did. Jonathan Davis said, welcome back, Craig. Let's do the Manx tomorrow. I'm a Man United fan. I think it's going to be 1-1. Yeah, you keep thinking, mate. Do you know what I mean? I want to be fair to you. I can understand you're going to throw things at me like, well, we did it with City, but we're not City. We're Liverpool. We're a fortress at Anfield, mate. It's I don't know. I can't see anything but a Liverpool win tomorrow. Call me arrogant, call me cocky, call me whatever the fuck you want. The boys know. The lads know. They were hard done by at Old Trafford because of an absolutely shambolic refereeing decision. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this great run of form going. Phone? What the fuck's phone? Well, I know what a phone is, but it's got nothing to do with football. Right, what else have we got? If we win tomorrow, we've 100% won it, said Sam. Look, put it this way. Let's say, hypothetically, Liverpool go out and lose their next 2 games. We're still going to fucking walk the league. Relax, ladies and gentlemen. If we drop points, people will jump all over it. People will go, oh, this is it. Started the wheels to come off. It's too far. It's too far. It's not going to happen. What have we got? I hope Rashford isn't playing tomorrow. I believe that from what I've been sent by a couple of different people, he's not in the squad for United for tomorrow. But look, until that team is announced, you can't take anything for granted. You can't take anything for gospel. So just wait and see what happens tomorrow. Who's refereeing the match tomorrow? Craig Pawson. Craig Pawson's refereeing the game tomorrow, mate. Well, from my memory, I think it's Craig Pawson. I live in Manchester. Everyone is keeping their heads down, said Phil. And rightly so, mate. As they should. Keep them down. Stay out of the way. Be like Gary Neville. Get yourselves to the travel agents for May time when it comes time for Liverpool fans to party. Any United fans watching, City fans watching. May probably be a lovely time for you fuckers to take a holiday. Invincible or FA Cup? FA Cup, couldn't give a fuck about being invincible. I've said this all season, Central Red Buddy. I couldn't care less if we go invincible or not. I'd rather we hit 101 points than go invincible. But yeah, invincible or FA Cup? FA Cup, it's another trophy, and the more trophies we can add to Kloppo's collection, the better. V8 said, thank God it's not Atkinson. Oh mate, I feel you. There would have been uproar if they had put Atkinson in charge of this game after the shambles at Old Trafford. What else we got? Who cares if Rashford is playing? Exactly, Mr. Bud. I love that way of thinking, sir. Well in. Who gives a shit? if Rashford is playing? Who gives a shit if Martial's playing? We have Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino. Do you know what I mean? Sadio Mane. They need to be worrying about us. We don't need to worry about little old Marcus Rashford. We have Virgil van Dijk. Craig Pawson is the ref. Thank you for that, Joanne. Really appreciate you just confirming that one. Liverpool have won the league, said Sporty Tatum. I think you're right, mate. I do. I think you're right. And I appreciate you for saying that, buddy. Well in. Craig, thanks for the follow. I hope you don't quit YouTube, said Central Red. Well, no, by May. Mate, I've said it to you guys a few times. I made an agreement with my wife last summer. If by this May, which May obviously because it's the end of the season, if it's not looking like that this is something that we can eventually turn into a job or eventually lead us into other opportunities, and I don't mean YouTube when I say into a job, I mean this whole presentery type thing, if it doesn't lead into an avenue, because my family make tremendous sacrifices for me to be able to do this. Right now they're all upstairs in the bedroom watching TV because I'm in the living room. I've missed family stuff and I've a very, very forgiving wife and kids, so I think it's only fair, as I said to you guys before, if it doesn't look like it's going to work out, then in May I might hang up my microphone, my earphones and my camera, and that could be the end of it. But look, we'll see what happens between now and May. I had a pretty good week. The reason that I wasn't on doing streaming is I was over in that there London. I was over a couple of times actually. I was over on Tuesday and Wednesday with Mr. Crosby for the launch of La Liga TV. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it on the channel. I got an interview with Guillaume Balaguer. I got an interview with Graham Hunter. Graham Hunter's my idol, by the way. Graham Hunter's the reason I started making football content. I absolutely idolise the man. And to have gotten a chance to speak to him, and not just speak to him, he was so warm, so friendly, so giving. I spoke to him later on in the night as well. We followed each other on Twitter a while back. He's been interacting with... He's just such a gent, such a gent. So please, if you like our content, please go over there. Check out that Graham Hunter interview that's on the channel. We spoke about Andy Robertson, of course, Graham being a fellow Scot. We spoke about La Liga, of course, because we had to do that because it was the launch of La Liga TV. But just do me one favour. Of all the videos in this channel, that is the one I want to succeed because I absolutely idolise the man. I'm sure you guys know who he is. If you don't, you will definitely know his voice. That'll be sad to see you stop streaming, said UK Beats, mate. Look, there's a long time between now and May. Let's wait and see what happens. Stephen Booker said rumours of £107 million for Kai Havertz. I've seen them all over the place, mate. It would be nice, wouldn't it? But look, ladies and gentlemen, you're all here for one thing, and that is a Manchester United preview. We'll get to all the other stuff later on. Let's get straight into the United preview because that's what you want to know about. So, as you can see from the image on tonight's stream there, I've gone for a 2-0 win for the Reds tomorrow. My predicted 11 is the exact same one I did for the last game. Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Mane, Salah, Firmino. I know a lot of people are going to want Minamino to come in and fly bicycle kick, as somebody said there in the chat, but I just want a reliability there first and foremost tomorrow, and then bring Minamino on, get him some minutes. It is a big game. It's one that we want the bragging rights for. They're kind of, I would say they're irrelevant, but they're not, because they're United, and let's be honest about it, we want to beat the fuckers, but they're irrelevant when it comes to success in this day and age, but it is still United after all. I can throw out cliches and say form goes out the window in these type of games, but it shouldn't. We're the better team and we need to show that tomorrow, which is why I've gone for as strong an 11 as I could possibly go with. So, let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if there's anything you changed. Let me know your score predictions. This is your show after all. Evening Morton as well, how are you, buddy? Lallana will start in place of Oxlade-Chamberlain, said Shanzo. Again, I can completely understand that, man. It's yeah, that's a very simple and obvious possible change, and I can't really disagree with you. How am I, Roberto? I'm very good, thank you, mate. 3-0 win will wipe them off the map, said Jonathan Davies. Klopp might keep Fabinho back for Wolves away. I don't think Fabinho's going to start. I think it's too early for Fabinho. I'd be shocked if he started the game after being out for so long. What is it now? 6-7 weeks, something like that for Fabinho. But you guys know me. Memory like a goldfish. Could be longer, could be shorter. But either way, he's going to need to get into a rhythm. Maybe a few minutes from the bench tomorrow if he even makes the matchday squad. Morton, we'll get to the Haaland stuff later on, mate. We'll get to that, don't worry. Patrick Silk said 3-1 is his prediction. Brian Morrissey's going for a 2-1 or a 2-0. And Ryan Brewster did score today, David Newell. Yes, he opened up his account for Swansea. Well in, mate. So look, he's hit the ground running, and that's what we hope for. Fingers crossed that young Reen can keep that goal scoring form going. We get him back to Anfield next year, full of confidence, and then he can start tearing shit up for us. 3-1 said Liz. 2-0 Alisson, Trent, Gomez, VVD, Robbo, Hendo, Gini, Chambo, Mo, Firmino and Mane for Scotty. 2-1 to United said Sophie Whisker. Yeah, best of luck with that, Sophie. That's all I can say, my friend. Best of luck with it. I think we'll lose. We're not going to lose. So why the fuck would we lose? Relax, mate. Come on, it's all good. I'm only having a bit of banter here, by the way, Sophie. I'm not having a go at you, my friend. Don't worry about it. I always back us to win. How could I not? Especially at home. Is it okay to play, or is it a risk to play Curtis Jones at Thomas McGee? I don't think he'd let us down, Thomas May. Put it that way, but I think we do have more experienced midfielders available to us with the likes of Henderson, Wijnaldum, Chamberlain, Lallana. But no, I've always said Curtis Jones for me is a quality footballer, and if he played, I would have no worries putting him in the team whatsoever. Did you see Goldbridge said Maguire is better than Van Dijk? I honestly couldn't give a fuck if he said Van Dijk is better than Maguire, or Maguire is better than Van Dijk, because he knows that he's wrong. I know that he's wrong. You know that he's wrong. Everybody that's ever watched fucking football knows that if Mark Goldbridge said that Maguire is better than Virgil van Dijk, he is absolutely wrong. I don't know if he had his fishing rod out when he said it, but look, it's a complete fucking joke. There's no way. He's not fit to lace Virgil van Dijk's boots. Let's put it that way. I would put him maybe at the same level as Joe Matip, if that's what we're talking about here. Harry Maguire has been a complete fucking failure for Manchester United so far, and the fact that he's the world's most expensive defender is an embarrassment to our sport. Let's be honest about it. What is he? He's like one of those big fucking bobbleheads that you just slap on the back of the head when he's going onto the pitch, and he just kind of goes around like this for the game, throws out a bang average pass here or there, and thinks he's Virgil van Dijk. I'll tell you what he is. He's gone there tomorrow. He probably's gone to the framer already, has a frame on his wall, and he's probably going to beg Virgil van Dijk for a shirt after the game tomorrow, just so he can bring it home and show his grandkids in the future and said, I once got a shirt of the world's best defender, Virgil van Dijk. That's the truth of the matter. Any United fan that thinks otherwise is absolutely fucking deluded. They know it, I know it, you know it, the world knows it. I think that's pretty much covered that subject. Again, not a dig at Mark. I think Mark's just probably having a bit of fun and a wind up. There was a baptism recently. Let's see the born again Bobby. Oh yes, Richard, I did see that, mate. Yeah, Alisson baptising Bobby Firmino. And look, as I always said, I'm not a religious person myself, but I fully appreciate and respect everybody's religion. And yeah, fair play. Maguire better than VVD? Computer says no. My computer said the same, Morton. My computer said the same. Should we sign Sean Maguire? I don't know. Who's Sean Maguire? I've got a fucking clue, mate, honestly. If he's some young lad or somebody I've missed out on, Thomas, I haven't got a clue, buddy. But somebody in the chat might have a better opinion than me. It's gone over my head. Goldbridge saying he has more headers. Of course he's got more headers. He's got a fucking massive head. Of course Harry Maguire, the fucking Mount Rushmore of football. Of course he has more headers. The fucking football is attracted to his head like a magnet. Man has his own orbit round his fucking head. Maguire is a good centre back. Nah, he's alright, mate. He's average. He's bang average. Look, I'll put it to you this way. I was talking to Leicester fans about it who reckon Sancho is a better centre-back, and they couldn't believe that they got 80 million. And I'm not talking about one, I'm not talking about two, I'm talking about multiple Leicester City fans. Would you recommend Liverpool fans watch the Amazon film? I think you meant to say, Paul. Sorry, I missed the end of it. Thank goodness we don't have Kepa, said Doug. Yeah, Doug doesn't like Kepa very much. He was sending me a message as well on Twitter. Look, Kepa's a young goalkeeper. He will learn, and sometimes keepers take a while when they come into the Premier League, but he has made a lot of mistakes. I think that's fair to say. I'm glad he's not our goalkeeper, but as part of the goalkeepers union, I suppose, I always find it difficult to be really critical of goalkeepers, because any mistake by a goalkeeper is magnified to the 10th degree because it usually ends up in a goal. Whereas if a striker misses a sitter, or a defender fucks something up, sometimes there is somebody there to bail them out. If a keeper makes a mistake, there's not really anybody there to bail them out. But he is the world's most expensive goalkeeper, so he does have that tag to live up to. Ahmed said Soyuncu was much better. See, Ahmed agrees with those Leicester City fans. VVD's the best centre back in the world, said Patrick Silk. And Patrick, when you're talking facts, mate, I cannot argue with you. Wan-Bissaka's overrated. Is Wan-Bissaka overrated in your opinion, Craig? I believe so. I think he's overrated by United fans, but I genuinely do believe that there is a very, very good defender in Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and when he gains more experience as time goes on, I know that there's not a massive age difference between him and Trent, but I do think he needs a better level of coach to help him out, because Trent Alexander-Arnold has got to work under Jurgen Klopp. He's got to develop under Kloppo, which, you know, let's put it this way, if Guardiola or Klopp had Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think you'd see him come on leaps and bounds a lot quicker. But I do believe he is a good defender. I won't come on and belittle the fella. I think he can defend. You streaming the UFC on Crackdown? No, I'm just going to watch it, Finn, because I'm fucking shattered. I was saying to you guys earlier on, we were at the launch of the Liga TV. Well, I only got home yesterday because I came home. This has been my week. It's why I haven't streamed. Tuesday, flew over to London with Connor. Went to see the Spurs versus Middlesbrough game. Got to go to Spurs Gaff and check out their new stadium. So you know what, ladies and gents, I have to admit, it is a snazzy fucking stadium, that new Tottenham Hotspur stadium. It really is the business. A pie and a pint for a £5 as well inside it. And I'm talking gourmet food. Obviously I didn't. I had a sausage roll and a Diet Coke. Do you know what I mean? But even at that, the value was really good. Then on Wednesday we did the La Liga launch. We flew home on Thursday. Got to my house Thursday afternoon. Had some time with the family. Played with Lucas. Had some dinner. Had a shower. Went to bed. Got up the following morning at 4:30 in the morning, flew back over to London, did a whole day's filming with 888 Sport, and got home last night at about 1am. Got up today, and this is the first chance I've had to stream. So did loads of stuff with 888. That'll be coming out over the course of the next couple of months. I hope you guys will support it on social media as you always do. Your boys out there mingling, do you know what I mean? Do you know who I met? Do you know who I met yesterday? I met Troops from AFTV. He was part of the filming yesterday. And as I've always said to you guys, I'm not a fan of AFTV as a channel, but if there's one fella from that channel I think is a decent lad, that's Troops. And do you know what? He was a really, really, really nice fella. Loads of fun. Expressions was there at the filming as well. Lee Chappie was there. Got to meet up with him. Who else was at the film yesterday? Andy Tate was there, Manchester United fan. You might remember him having a rant about David Moyes at the time. Rory Jennings, yes, Chelsea fan Rory Jennings, who I'm sure you guys know from True Geordie and stuff like that as well. Got a chance to do some filming with him yesterday. Stephen McKierney, who runs Esteemed Company, he was at the 888 filming yesterday. So your boy was mingling. Do you know what I mean? I was out there trying to make some contacts to push a little channel out and about and letting people know about us. And yes, thank you again to 888 for having me. Thank you to the guys at the Playbook for bringing us over. And yeah, it's been a fucking mental week. Do I like Expressions? It's impossible not to like Expressions. He is so much fun and a really, really nice fella. Craig the Jet Setter, nah, it's just one of those weeks, man. They come up once in a blue moon, and when they come up you've got to take them with both hands. And Connor had a chance actually to bump into somebody who I've been a massive fan of for a while as well. I don't know if you've seen he posted the photo. We met Lawrence from True Geordie, who was at the La Liga event as well. So yeah, your boys were mingling. Do you know what I mean? You're mingling, trying to get out there, trying to let people know that we exist. Did I meet Pochettino? No. Nobody met Pochettino. It was really, really weird actually. So Guillaume Balaguer was there. He was available for everybody. Graham Hunter was there. Gus Poyet was there. He was available for interviews. But Pochettino, he must have had a really short time scale or something like that. Very busy man, obviously. He came in, he did some stuff with the TV crew for the launch and that, and I think he must have been in a hurry because, as I said, he's in demand, so he was ushered straight out afterwards as well. But yeah, it was really, really interesting, and it was great to be hobnobbing with the big boys. You should have asked Rory to go on the kickoff. No, is my simple answer to that one, mate, because that's not my decision. That's True Geordie's decision, Lawrence's decision, and the guys at the kickoff. I met Rory, I talked to Rory about lots of other stuff, and I tell you what, no matter what you think about Rory Jennings, if you're a fan of him, if you like him, if you don't, in person, he is one of the nicest, humble, most down-to-earth men that you will come across. He genuinely is a true gent. Mad, isn't it? Mad how sometimes you have varying opinions of different people. When you meet them in person, it completely changes. Would I collaborate with True Geordie? Of course I would. Of course I would. Who wouldn't? True Geordie's an absolute legend. Right, keep your Manchester United thoughts coming, ladies and gentlemen. There was a bit of a first today in the Premier League. Have you seen it, ladies and gentlemen? History was made. First referee in the Premier League, Paul Tierney, went and used a pitchside monitor to give a red card in the Norwich City game. Now, I know Michael Oliver used a pitchside monitor when it came to the FA Cup, but today, Premier League history was created. Weird history, not history that we really care about too much. But Paul Tierney was the first referee to go over to a pitchside monitor, use it, and then go and issue a red card in the Norwich game earlier on as well. What have you got? Craig, I think Manchester City are at Sheffield United this midweek. I don't know at the top of my head, mate. I haven't looked at the fixtures. Atletico are losing 2-0 to Eibar, yes. And also, last I checked, Fiorentina were beating Napoli 2-0. Napoli absolutely falling apart. Did I stock up on them funky crisps? Funky crisps? I don't know what that means. Do you know what I did get, though? Do you remember a while back I was talking to you guys, and Willow said that you can get the chocolate Lotus biscuits over in England, and I said, really? Send me some. She didn't, but I went over and I got myself a couple of packets of them, so there you go. I did tell them about the biscuits you got. I just did. Look at this. There's my emoji. One of the reasons that you guys need to look at the membership stuff, because with the memberships that are going to be coming up on the channel in the near future, you get to use different emojis, and one of the ones Connor's using there, my bald ass head, that's going to be one of the emojis that our members are going to get to use. We're working on a WFM emoji as well. We're working on a fucking emoji. We're working on other bits and pieces as well. We'll have an intro video to memberships that will explain everything as well. So again, thank you for your support, ladies and gents. Keep your comments coming. What do you want to talk about tomorrow? Anybody that's worrying you from a United perspective? What Liverpool 11 would you like to see? Anything that's happened during the week that we haven't had a chance to catch up with, please keep it coming. It's the only way the VAR decisions working well for or refs to see what's going on in play. I absolutely agree with you, Jonathan. And one more thing I'd like to add to that is when the referees do go over to look at the pitchside monitors, or even the guys in Stockley Park when they're looking at the VAR, for the likes of a penalty incident or a handball, my personal opinion is that they should never be looked at in slow motion. Everything should be looked at in full time, because slow motion, everything looks worse. Everything looks more deliberate. Everything looks like a worse foul. It has to be looked at in full speed when it comes to penalty incidents, handballs, tackles, stuff like that. Jack's Page said that's one beautiful bald head. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. There's the WFM emoji as well that Connor's after sticking in. Another part of the Anfield Agenda memberships that'll be coming up as well. And we said this to you guys before, they're going to be priced from 99p, which is as cheap as we're actually allowed to put the membership. So again, I know a lot of people have been messaging me. Farrell's been messaging me. Carl's been messaging me and a few others as well, asking about the memberships, and I don't mean to sound vague, but it's now over in the hands of YouTube, so whenever they give us the nod to turn them on, bang, we'll let you guys know about it. What else is there? Man United manager is going to be sacked after the Liverpool game tomorrow, said Ryan Newman. Potentially, and the only thing that would worry me about that is if Mauricio Pochettino went in and took over at Manchester United, because I do rate Poch as a manager. You can say it didn't work out from Spurs, and I get you, but look at the clubs that he's been to. He's improved them all. And if they did sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and bring in Poch, I wouldn't be immediately concerned, but I would know that they've done something right for a change, and there's a potential for them to move in the right direction. For those of you that might be new to the channel, that see the letter WFM there popping up on the screen and you're not quite sure what it means we're fucking massive, and it's our little logo here on the channel. It's a little bit of fun. It's just a little family thing, isn't it, ladies and gents? What emojis do you get for a tenner? We don't have a tenner membership, mate. I think our memberships are 99p, and then the upper level of membership are $4.99. So again, all that will be explained if you go to sign up for it. That information will be there. It'll show you exactly what you'll get for it. And Connor's working on a funny little video as well, so keep tuned. Right, let's go, ladies and gents. 16 points, said Kate. Hopefully it's a little bit more if we win the game in hand as well. For those of you that might be living under a rock, Manchester City drew 2-2 again today against Crystal Palace, so more points dropped. It's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good. Let me ask you guys one quick question. I know I'm probably talking at 100 miles an hour, but I missed you fuckers. I'm happy to be back talking to you. It's been a long week without you. Right, ladies and gents, one question. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Right now, do you think it is over? Have we done it? Is the league won? With Manchester City dropping more points, with Leicester falling away a little bit, I want your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up if you think that right now the league title is Liverpool's and there's no way that we're going to lose it. Give me a thumbs down maybe if you're not sure. I won't say if you think we're not going to do it because we don't want to think that way. We're just not going to accept that, are we? What time's kick-off tomorrow? 4:30, Casper, mate. 4:30. And we'll be on the channel, of course, from 4 o'clock around. Well, we're going to be 4 tomorrow because it's the United game. No fucking about. Loads of thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, loving the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. I love the enthusiasm. Well in. Thumbs up all over the shop. Well in. Multicultural thumbs up as well, which I love to see, ladies and gentlemen. I love each and every one of you. Well in. Yep, the league title is done, Craig, said David the Haas. We're fucking massive, said double G, or quadruple G, mate. I don't know which way you want it, but G it is anyway. When's the membership? That's what we call in the industry, Cam. That's a Connor Crosby question. And the Anfield Agenda Twitter, or the Anfield Agenda YouTube, I don't know what the fuck you want to call account, is being run there by Mr. Crosby at the minute. So, yeah, he's just thrown out all the emojis that are going to be possible as well. What's my combined 11? Did you see the 11 that I have under the score there for tomorrow starting for Liverpool? No joking, Ibrahim. That's my combined 11. Wouldn't change a damn thing. Don't want any Manchester United players in their team. I do think Marcus Rashford's a very good footballer, don't get me wrong. I just don't think that he's better than any of our front three. After that, no, I just wouldn't swap them. I honestly think from every position on that pitch, from 1 to 11, that we have better players. I wouldn't change any of them. Not one of them. Wouldn't swap any over. And I absolutely hate combining the 11s as well because all they ever do is cause arguments. What have we got? The emojis are great, said Camdale FC Watches. Thank you very much, mate. Again, nothing to do with me. Connor said it's submitted to YouTube and it said it should be reviewed within 24 hours, but I don't believe them. Probably a few days. So look, hopefully we'll hear back on the memberships, and as soon as we know and we get the thumbs up from YouTube, we'll let you know straight away. There's a few more bits and pieces here that I know that I had wrote down in my notes, so I'm just going to check because I always forget shit because I'm a bit of a dumb fuck, really, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, done that. Yeah, I think I've done it all. So look, I'll hand it over to you guys now. Any questions you ever wanted to ask me? Anything you want to ask me about the possibility of me quitting in May? Now's your time. Feel free to ask because it's not going to be something that I'm going to bombard you guys with in the future. It was something I dropped out on Twitter and kind of came across onto here and you guys asked me about it. But tonight's tonight. I'm not going to talk about it again until nearer to May. So if there's anything you've ever wanted to ask me, let's do a bit of a Q&A. If there's anything around the United game that you want to know, anything you want to get off your chest, ladies and gents, this is your show. Is Rashford fit for tomorrow's game? I don't believe so. But there's always a little bit of mind play when it comes to these type of things. So I guess we'll only really know when the team sheet comes out. But from what I've read, it doesn't seem that he is. Connor said I sent you about 400 things to talk about this morning. Yeah, but I forgot to read them, Connor. I forgot to read them. So let's do what we always do on the stream when Crosby sent me messages. Let's go back and read through it. I can also read you through what Connor Crosby has been listening to on his phone, because for some reason he decided to send me a Spotify list of all the things that he's listened to over the year. So I don't know what he wanted me to do with that one. Right, so here we go. Let's get going with the stuff that Connor Crosby has sent me that he wants me to talk about. Right, ladies and gentlemen, first things up. Klopp doesn't want Cavani to join Atletico this month. I think that Morata and Felix are already dangerous enough. They've had enough good strikers, so I can hope they don't sign Cavani, as Cavani's been linked with a move to Atletico. Doug said, next manager to be sacked. Give me 2 seconds, buddy, and I promise you. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. 2 seconds, and I promise you I'll come back around to it. Brescia signed the replacement for midfielder Tonali, who's somebody, of course, who would be linked with Liverpool. Brescia have signed Benarson, I think, or Benarson. I don't know how you pronounce that guy's name. Tonali's have been heavily linked with Juventus, Liverpool, blah blah blah. Liverpool have made an inquiry with Brescia over Tonali. We spoke about that one. Phil Foden has spoken out about the title race. We need to practically win every game and see where that takes us. Well, he fucked that up because he didn't even win today's game, so I think we can put that to bed. On this day in 1997, Jamie Carragher scored a header on his full debut against Aston Villa in the 3-0 win for Liverpool. Roma apparently still want to sign Sheridan Shaqiri. Roma have resumed their pursuit of Sheridan Shaqiri. Roma now are trying to see if Liverpool will now be open to a loan deal with an option to buy, and that comes from Di Marzio. The Reds previously this month rejected Roma's approach, saying no first-team players will be allowed to leave Anfield this month. And Roma were swapping Spinazzola for Inter's Politano, but the deal fell through, resulting in Roma setting their sights back on Sheridan Shaqiri. Are you happy now, Connor, mate? I did a little, what would we call that, bonus round of Connor Crosby stuff. Anyway, Doug, which manager is going to be the next one to be sacked, you asked? Hopefully Solskjaer. Not hopefully Solskjaer, actually, because I want that clown to be in there as long as possible. Who I think the next manager to be sacked might be. Gone down through the league. I don't think Norwich will sack Daniel Farke. I think they'd be foolish to. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. It'd be easy to say. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And I don't like to talk about people losing their jobs like that. I don't know. Maybe put it to the chat. I'm absolutely drawing a blank on this one. Favourite Liverpool supporting celebrity? Asked Azzy. Thank you for the super chat, mate. We did a big thing about this the other night, didn't we? Favourite Liverpool supporting celebrity? John Oliver. Yes, John Oliver. Because I absolutely think he's a wonderful comic and I love Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. So I'm going to go with John Oliver. Eddie Howe. I don't think Bournemouth... I think the problem that Eddie Howe has had is that Bournemouth have had a ridiculous amount of injuries and they've been very unlucky in that sense. But look, he has lost a lot of games, so there is no doubt about that. And I don't think if Eddie Howe leaves Bournemouth, he's going to be short of job offers, put it that way. Craig, if you do quit May, is there any chance that you could hop on for just the big ones, Liverpool versus City? Nah, that's not the way I work. In the sense, mate, I'm an all or nothing kind of person with most things in life. We actually did an inquiry from somebody who's seen that I was potentially going to quit in May, who was wondering if we were interested in perhaps selling the channel, which I don't think I'd ever do, to be honest, because I think the channel is me and Connor Crosby, and if it wasn't us, then it just wouldn't be Anfield Agenda. So selling it wouldn't really be anything I'd be open to either. If I could sign any player in the world, who would it be, or who would he replace? Oh, who would it be and who would he replace? Sorry, Mr. East 2. Kylian Mbappe, and he would replace... I could give you a smart arse answer here, but I don't want to. I want to treat your question with respect. If I had to replace a like for like, I mean, ideally Shaqiri. Let's say you come in and replace Shaqiri, but... I don't like talking about the big boys leaving, mate. I don't really want to talk about Salah leaving, Mane leaving, Firmino leaving. Shaqiri probably will leave in the summer. Lallana potentially will leave in the summer. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind replacing Adam Lallana with Marco Verratti as well as an option. That's another good one. King LeBron James is Gerald Igbona's favourite. I'm not much of a basketball fan, mate, but obviously I know who LeBron is, but... for me, John Oliver, I'm a massive comic fan or a comedian fan. I've said this to you for a long time, and I love stand-up comedy, and I love John Oliver's show. Talk about Bruno Fernandes and Man United. I don't really know much information about it to talk about, Ahmed. I know there seems to be a bit of quibbling about the price. I know there's been conflicting reports. Some journalists are saying that the deal is still on. Some journalists are saying that it's a massive jeopardy. Some people are saying that maybe Spurs are going to come in at the last minute and try and steal a march on United with regards to Bruno Fernandes. I don't know. I think one thing I'd read suggested that United don't want to overpay because they don't want to set a precedent for the summer when they're going to be going in for the likes of Maddison and stuff like that. But they paid 80 fucking million for Harry Maguire. I think that ship has sailed with regards to not willing to overpay and looking like gobshites. Done it, completed it, got the t-shirt. So I don't know. It just long live this shambles at Manchester United and their inability to sign any decent players like that. Now they did sell Ashley Young for $1.5 million, which was probably 1.5 million too much, to be fair. Do I accept Bitcoin donations? No, mate. No. It's the short answer, and I don't mean it to be a rude answer, but it's just the honest answer. We don't. We've super chats, we've got super stickers and that type of stuff. We've got the memberships coming up, but I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from about the May thing, because I love my wife and my family more than anything else. They're the most important people in the world to me, and their sacrifices have allowed me to go and do stuff that most other wives would have slapped me across the fucking head and told me to stop. But I've been blessed with the kindest, most giving, loving wife in the world. But I gotta think about her and the kids. So, we'll see where things go. I've talked to other YouTubers about this as well, who've had similar conversations with their own families, and I won't mention their names because everything remains private when I talk to somebody. It's, private stuff is private stuff. But I think I think it's not an unusual situation, put it that way. You get to a level where you're kind of tipping on the edge, you think there might be a future in it, but then again there might not be. But I tell you one thing, any YouTuber, whether it be myself, Drifty, Mark, whoever it might be, the hours that get put in to make content are more than people probably ever know. I mean, I think it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say I spend between 7 to 10 hours a day doing stuff around Anfield Agenda, and Connor spends a ridiculous amount of time as well. Connor said he'll take your Bitcoin if you don't want it. What have we got? Craig was True Jordi at the La Liga TV launch. No, he wasn't. Lawrence was there. True Jordi wasn't there. Lawrence was there, and Connor was very happy to finally get a chance to meet Lawrence, and he was a lovely fella. I had a chat with Lawrence as well, and he is exactly as you see him, a very open, nice, friendly, intelligent, articulate person. Craig, can you believe Mark put Pogba over Wijnaldum and Maguire over Gomez? Well, he's a United fan, mate, to be fair. He's got to throw in some things there. Paul Pogba's a very good footballer, I just think I don't think he gives a fuck about United at this moment in time, in my opinion. But look, that's Mark's decisions. I mean, it's not really fair for me to sit here and critique many of Mark's decisions, but the Maguire better than Van Dijk thing was just crazy talk. Do I accept milk tokens? Yes, I do actually accept milk tokens. Yes, we also accept recycled cans and recycled plastic bottles and all that kind of stuff. Do you worry that United might go for a 0-0 draw? I'm fully expecting them to sit back and play on the counter-attack, Ryan. That's exactly what I'm expecting Manchester United to do tomorrow. But nothing about Manchester United worries me, mate. Nothing. That much I can promise you. We're a much, much, much better team than that bunch of clowns from Old Trafford. Connor said Lawrence and Elliot Hackney were there, and they were both lovely fellas, and they were. And I spoke to Elliot as well for a while. Again, everybody was very friendly, really nice people. It's weird because sometimes you see people on a screen, but then you remember when you meet them and that they're humans. We're all fucking humans at the end of the day. If True Jordi invited you on the kickoff, would you go? Of course. I love True Jordi. It would be an honour to get onto the kickoff and have a chat with True Jordi about football and sit there with the lads, but they know I exist. Lawrence, somebody said to Lawrence, have you met the guys before? And he said, I know this guy, and he pointed at me, so they know where we are, they know that we're here, and if ever the time comes, the invite comes, like I've always said about everybody, the door is open for everyone at Anfield Agenda. We're happy to have a chat with big accounts, small accounts, and then the giants, like True Jordi as well. I actually mean that in both sense of the words when I say giant, because he's a big dude, and of course he's a massive YouTuber, a trendsetter for us guys as well. United have one game plan and it's simple. It's not going to work as well, said the COP Council. Leicester versus Burnley predictions, asked Jack. Leicester to win 3-1, I'd guess. Liverpool to win 3-0. Minamino hat-trick, said Brian King. Boya said Pogba's a very good player with an average team around him. Who's the other Liverpool fan on the 888 videos? Can't say I always agree with him. Teo. Yeah, Teo. I was actually supposed to do all of those 888 videos as well, but the time that they were filming, I was on holidays in Turkey, and it just didn't work out. So Teo stepped in, and I think it was very last minute to be fair to Teo. And it is difficult because when you go to these type of things, well, I can speak for myself. They send you an agenda, of course, of what you're going to be talking about, and I spend a good bit of time going through notes and stuff to make sure I've got the right information. And to be fair to Teo, I think he was sprung at last minute with it. So I'm not going to be at all critical of him because he's a very, very nice guy and somebody who we've had on the channel here for a chat as well. Do you think we need backup fullbacks? I think that young Neco Williams is looking really good. AMS right back. He's proven to be somebody that I think we'll have for the future as a good backup to Trent. At left back, Larouci's looking alright. I can't speak about how quick his development will come along. Adam Lewis is obviously somebody who was rated very highly when he came up through the academy. I guess time will tell. I think we'll probably stay as we are for this month, see how the rest of the season goes. Kloppo will have a look at the guys again in pre-season and see how far that they've come along. Don't forget we've got Milner as well, who can drop in to play left back if needs be. So yeah, I think we're alright for the time being, but never say never. How was Turkey? Oh, I'm talking about last June when I was there, mate. But it was great. I love Turkey. Going back again. It was last July, actually. We're going back again for 2 weeks this June to the same place. I absolutely loved it. Can I sing the Minamino song? Can I sing the Minamino song? Will I sing the Minamino song? Minamino, here we go again. Wah wah, Salzburg ever let you go? Minamino, here we go again. Wah wah, Salzburg ever let you go? There you go. There's the Minamino song. And you see them out and about in town as well, doing a little bit of the touristy stuff, which you absolutely love to see. Loved Rory's unpopular opinion. Spurs aren't a big side. Yeah, wait until you see. I can't tell you what they are because, you know, it's all hush hush. But I think the two unpopular opinions that I filmed for the guys, I think when they come out, they're going to cause a bit of fucking fume, put it that way. Do I think Jack Grealish is going to come to Liverpool? No, I don't think that he will, mate. Very good footballer, continues to progress. I think he will leave Aston Villa even though he loves the club. I think he understands that he needs to take that next step in his career. But I don't think he'll come to Liverpool, no. Stephen Booker said Max Aarons would be a good backup. Yes, very good shout that, mate. And I was actually read an article on Max Aarons and his progression. It's very interesting. I can't remember who wrote it. Maybe have a Google of it. But he went a bit of an alternative route to get to Norwich, Max Aarons. And it's another good example of why you should never give up. Haven't felt this happy in 30 years, said Liverpool 1-2-3. It's a good time, mate, isn't it? It's a very good time. Do you think Ole should get sacked? From a footballing perspective, yes. But as a Liverpool fan, nah. Connor said we need to stop singing emoji. Do you know what you need, mate? You need a suck these nuts emoji. That's what you need. I was talking to our own Connor Crosby there, by the way. I wasn't trolling somebody from the chat. Well, I suppose he kind of was in the chat, really. Catchy tune, that's a UK lad. It is, but it isn't my song. I keep want to make that abundantly clear. I did not come up with that catchy ABBA tune Minamino song. I don't know who it was. The video was floating around social media, but please don't give me any credit for that. It is not my song. I think I should make a career singing, said Cape Town Muslim. So do I, mate. So do I. Craig Badley sings the blues. Craig Badley raps. Craig Badley sings the top 10. I can see them all. I can see all of the hits being badly sung. 32 more points and we're champions. 10 wins and 2 draws, said David Newell. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying tonight's stream and you're with us for the first time and you haven't yet subscribed, please do take a second, hit that subscribe button, smash the fuck out of the like button, and keep your comments coming as well. Don't forget, we're going to be here for the United game tomorrow. Game kicks off at 4:30. We'll be here at 4 o'clock. I'm going to keep going for a few more minutes tonight. Keep it going for a bit of a longer stream because I feel like I owe you guys because it's been a while. So anything else, keep the comments coming, questions coming, thoughts coming. Craig live and unplugged, said Stephen Booker. I kind of have to be, mate, because I can't play an instrument or anything. So yeah, we'll just be like Craig. Craig murders the tunes. That's probably a good name for the album. Who do I think will score tomorrow? Sadio and Virgil. At a guess. Sadio and Virgil would be my guess. Craig Roy Keane has an Instagram account. Fair play. I don't use Instagram, mate, myself, so Connor runs our Instagram account. But yeah, fair play to Roy Keane. Liverpool FC said 128 likes. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, mate. Let's get that number up, ladies and gents. It only takes 1 second to smash that like button. And yeah, it does help get the channel pushed out and about as well, as do your comments, so keep them coming. I fancy a cheeky 4-0 spanking tomorrow, said Joshua Gummersall. Goop hoo to everybody as well. Goop hoo to you, and goop hoo to you, and goop hoo to you. I don't know who started that, but I fucking love it. I love the goop hoo thing. I don't even know what it means, but I love it. How likely will Kai Havertz signing be? Look, anything I say is obviously just my opinion, because I've no inside knowledge of anything to do with the football club. Everything that I've read going back a long time suggests that his first preference is Bayern Munich. Whether Bayern Munich will have the funds to go and sign a Kai Havertz if they go back in for Leroy Sané when he regains fitness, I don't know. Time will have to tell. Real Madrid might be interested in Kai Havertz, but they're looking like they're going to sign Donny van der Beek, so how much money will they have? I don't know. I would say, at a guess, a 6 out of 10. But again, complete guess, mate. So don't hold me to anything. Should we sign more Irish players? No. And I don't mean like I'm an Irish man saying that. We should sign the players that best suit Jurgen Klopp's system. Not because of their nationality or anything, but because of the players that Klopp wants. I'd love to see Irish players at the club. Of course I would. But I want the right players at the football club. You want to see Minamino start against United at Liverpool FC. Craig, I love Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's so good, so underrated, and it's not just his long shots as well, said Ibrahim. Yeah, I love him as well, mate, which is why I keep putting him into the team every time that he's fit, because I think he's absolute quality. Rachel Mason said get Anfield agenda to 32k. I know I missed a load of stuff earlier on when I said about May, so if there's any more questions about May and the quitting thing, I'm going to stop talking and read them out and answer them. So if you've anything now for the last 10 minutes on that, put it in. I'm going to stop waffling and just read through your comments. Fernandinho's a top lad, said Roy Evans. What do I think of the young transfer? I find it weird that Antonio Conte, who actually, has Premier League experience as a manager, is signing a load of flops from the Premier League. Lukaku's doing alright at Inter, to be fair. Alexis Sanchez has been another glorious failure. Ashley Young what is Ashley Young now? 76, 77, something like that. No, look, he's over the hill. But 1.5 million is a small amount of money, though, to be fair. 31,500, good job, said Orline Fam. I remember the beginning to get to 25k. Yeah, so as I said before, somebody pointed out to us for the Barcelona second leg, we were only at 13k or something like that, around that mark, I believe. United can't afford to lose, says Stuart Dunn. They're going to, hopefully, so I don't really care what they can or can't afford to do. That's their own business, thankfully, problem. What have we got? Craig Adams has stuck a tenner on 4-0 tomorrow. What do I think of the Cork talent in England? It's a very strange question, that, Thomas. I'm going to have to gloss over it, mate. Sorry, because I don't know how to respond to it. Craig, you're not happy with the African Cup of Nations. I don't blame him. And for those of you that don't know what Liverpool 1-2-3 means, is the African Cup of Nations was moved to the summer and it's now being moved back to January. So we're going to lose the likes of Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita and stuff for that. And it's a fucking shambles. I don't understand why they've done that again. Moving it to the summer was great. It worked for everybody, but they've now got to move it back to the winter time, the January months, and we're going to be potentially without some of our best players for up to 6 weeks. Now, this of course isn't a Liverpool only problem. A lot of clubs in the Premier League and around Europe have players from Africa, and they will also be losing those players. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of unhappy managers around right now. Am I watching the fight? Yes, I am watching the fight. Won't be doing a watch along of it, but I will be watching Connor's fight against Cowboy later on. Craig, do you think the Man United bus should get a strong reception? Yes, but I believe that nobody should fuck anything at the bus. I don't believe in vandalism. Singing, make noise, all that stuff, 100%. What shirt am I wearing tomorrow? Probably the blackout shirt. Probably the blackout shirt. It'll either be the blackout shirt or my usual hoodie, because depending on how cold I feel. Which Man United will turn up in the morning, peeps? Well, there's only one really, isn't there? And that's the shite Man United, to be fair. Joanne said AFCON shit, not happy about it at all. Katie Boyle, fair play. I mean, whatever you do for good luck, that's your own business, mate. Am I watching the McGregor fight? Yes. Loads of people. I hope you all enjoy that fight later on, by the way. Craig, are you 100% leaving in May? No, nothing is set in stone, Ibrahim. Gonna continue to do as much as we can, plug away, and just see how we're fixed in May, and see if it's see if there's a future in it or not. It's as simple as that. Yeah, but nothing set in stone. What do you think of the pain for the Man United reception, or the plan for the United reception? I just don't want any vandalism. I'm all for singing songs, and I love me some pyros and stuff like that, but I don't agree with any damaging of property. I don't agree with anything like that, and nor will I ever condone it. Absolutely up for singing and letting them know where they're coming to, letting them know it's our gaff, but please, no fighting, no throwing things at the coach, nothing like that. That's not what we're about as a football club. There are benefits to the AFCON being moved to the winter though. Salah might get a rest in the summer. They don't play in harsh Cameroonian heat. Still though, I want them here. I want them here. I want them here playing for us. Especially when we're going to be defending our Premier League crown during that time. Do you know what I mean? Trying to go back to back. Am I streaming the McGregor fight? No. Just going to watch it, mate. Wear my birthday suit? For what? Oh, tomorrow for the game. Nobody wants to see that, mate. They got a glimpse of the moves during the Barcelona stream. But yeah, I save the moves for special occasions. I don't go full on Babe Station unless there's something to celebrate. What channel is the fight on? Is it on pay-per-view? Yes, it is on pay-per-view. It's BT Sport pay-per-view. I don't know how much it is in the UK, but I know in Ireland that I paid €29.99 for the fight. For those of you, by the way, who are wondering about La Liga TV and potential costs of that, it's £5.99 per month in the UK. That's going to be available on BT. It's going to be, or not on BT, excuse me, on Virgin, on Sky, Premier Sports. And if you're a Sky customer, you get the next 2 weeks free anyway to check it out and see what you think of La Liga TV. But as I said earlier on, please, if you like the channel, if you support the channel, if you want to help me out in any way, just watch that Graham Hunter interview. And when you're watching it, just remember that was my dreams coming through. That was me getting to meet and talk to the guy who inspired me to start making football content. The language, the expression, the way Graham Hunter talks about the game, it's infectious. The way he describes the stadiums, the way he describes the culture, the food, the atmosphere. He paints pictures with words, and I think that's what the best commentators and pundits do. So it was a genuine pleasure for me to chat with Graham, and I hope you guys check out that video and do me that little favour and give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on it. Now, first couple of minutes, the lighting is very low. The reason for that is they hadn't turned the lighting on the stage at that point. It's a 15-minute video, so after about 2 minutes, the lighting turns on. The rest, it's fully audible, by the way, so you'll be able to hear what's going on. But the last 13 minutes and all are fully lit up, so proud moment for me. I immediately made it my header on Twitter as well, because yeah, it was like Idolo, just put it that way. Pepe or Jersey? Pepe, 100%. Pepe Reina was a much better keeper than Jersey Dudek. Jersey performed heronomics in the Champions League final, of course, but Pepe. He said I'd talk about Haaland, and somebody else said earlier on, yeah, so Haaland came on as a substitute today for Dortmund when they were playing Augsburg and banged in a 21-minute hat-trick. What can I say? It was very nice of Manchester United to loan him to Dortmund, wasn't it? Because if you believe what those fuckers were saying for the months, he was basically their player, wasn't he? But didn't quite work out, did it? He's gone to Dortmund and he's already banging in hat-tricks. Welcome to the Bundesliga for young Haaland. What time is the ring walk? It's scheduled from, again, things can move slightly, but what I read, 4:30 a.m. for the McGregor Cerrone ring walk. But things can move either way depending on how the rest of the card goes. I think 4:30 a.m. is the earliest time for the ring walk, or sorry, the octagon walk, I should say. Do I know whether there's any good looking sheep? No, but going by your comments earlier on, Katie, I can tell you where there's probably some fucking nervous looking sheep. Do you think City dropping points means Liverpool will let loose a bit more? No, I think Jurgen Klopp and those players Cape Town Muslim will continue their focus, and they won't give up. And that's what gives them this steel mentality. They treat every game on its merits. They don't look too far ahead. 3 points at a time. Keep the head down. Keep grinding out. And then at the end of the season, when it's time for trophies to be presented, hope that you're there. And I think that's the right attitude for them to have. Now, I'm different. I'm full on party mode, as I said earlier on. To me, it's done. It's dusted. But Jurgen Klopp won't let their attitude change one bit. You can be sure of that one. What do they think of Balogun? I grew up watching Graham Hunter and Guillaume Balogun on Sky Sports. Bringing us Spanish football and introducing many of us to Spanish football. And he's a very charismatic man, and sitting down and talking with him, he's a true pro. That's what I can say. He's obviously I spoke a little bit with him about our Champions League potential, and he thinks it's going to take a very good team to beat us. And I think, I'd go as far as to say I think he believes we could well retain the Champions League and that we're probably the favourites. But again, the Guillaume Balogun interview is up as a separate video as well. Excuse me. So check that one out, and you can see for yourself what he thought about it, because I asked him. Am I watching Match of the Day? No. No reason to. We weren't playing. We're not playing till tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see Minamino sit Maguire down tomorrow in front of the cop as we score our 5th. He had Yasser. Yeah, the 5th would be nice. It'd be nice for him to get the 5th, mate, to be fair. I would love to see him break his duck and score as well. Well, I say break his duck like he's been around for ages. I mean, the man's only played fucking a game, but I don't think he'll start. But then again, Klopp always does like to spring a surprise, so we'll wait and see. What's my second favourite football club? Barcelona. Spoken about it many, many times before. There is no comparison between my love for Liverpool Football Club and Barcelona, but I always went to Spain on holidays as a kid, and Barcelona shirts were everywhere, and the likes of Antoni Zubizarreta and stuff, and Laudrup and those great Barcelona players of the past. That's definitely my second club, if you want to say you have a second club. Did you see what Shaqiri said when he declined the loan move? I didn't. No. As I said, mate, I haven't had a chance to read much this week. But please feel free to put it back in the chat, mate, and I'll happily read it out. Going to be dreaming about slamming the Manx tomorrow, say Craig Adams. Yes, sweet dreams to you, buddy, and hopefully they come true tomorrow. I hope Real Madrid slap Manchester City, said Liverpool FC. Hand on heart, mate, if I'm being honest about it, I think that Manchester City will beat them over 2 legs. Obviously I don't want Manchester City to do well in the Champions League, but that's my honest opinion as a football fan. I think they'll beat them over 2 legs. Gary Lineker got his Twitter locked for a DMCA claim. Finally. You know what? It's good to see him treated like a mere mortal, like the rest of us. Because, I mean, I've had DMCA stuff as well on Twitter before, as I'm sure most Twitter users have. And interesting stuff. Gary had he'd be busy on Match of the Day and stuff, so he'd probably be alright about it. I'm sure he'll get it unlocked, put it that way. I'm sure BT and BBC or whoever will sort that out and get that complaint dropped against them. Thanks for getting me back into the Premier League and taking us on this crazy run, said Niles, mate. It is a true pleasure, and thank you for being with us, sir. I really appreciate all your support, as I do, of course, with all our amazing subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you. I know I continuously say it, but we're a family on here. We're a community. Rod's in the Jesus. How are we, Rod? Well, he's just about to head off. How are you, Rod? Welcome, mate. I hope things are well, and we're all thinking of your wonderful country, mate, and the bushfires, of course, that are raging in Australia, mate. Just know our love and prayers are with all of your, I would say, countrymen and women. I know you originate from Germany, mate, but just know that we're sending you all our love, and of course to all those poor animals over there as well that are being killed. I think over 1 billion animals so far. Yeah, mate, our thoughts are with you all, and love you as always, Rod. Man City are making this too easy for us, the 210 records. Rashford out for tomorrow. From what I've read, I believe so, but until the team sheets are out, I guess we won't know. We've only been on an hour. I thought we started at 9 o'clock. My mind's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that? We started at 9:30. I thought I started at 9. This is how all over the place. I don't think I've caught up on my sleep yet, put it that way. Still very tough with 3 away games after United said back in the day. Yes, but as I said at the start of the stream, mate, Manchester City's next 10 games include games against all of the current top 6 with Spurs and Arsenal. So, it's not an easy run of games for them either, but we'll be alright. We'll just do our thing. I've never ever once said that we're going to be invincible. I've always said to you guys, if a defeat comes at any point this season, just take it on the chin and move on. Football clubs lose games. It's alright. Dropping points, drawing. We'll get it done. We will get over the line. We will get that league title. Whether we win it by 5 points, 15 points, 1 point, whatever. It's all about getting your hands on that trophy and ending the 30-year wait. And they will do it. Don't you worry about that. What do I think of the Indie Kayla Twitter account? Gets a lot of abuse. You have to understand it's a parody account. It's as simple as that. It's not an account that I would follow, but it's not an account that I have a strong opinion against either. I mean, he does his thing, or they do their thing. I don't know who runs the account, but any rumour that goes out from it, of course, I would treat with no seriousness whatsoever. I view it as a fun parody account. The Bruno Fernandes deal is broke down for United, said Rachel Mason. Again, Rachel, I've heard conflicting reports on this one, mate. There's still loads of time to run in January, so even if they say it's broken down, it might come back. I don't know. Again, Rachel, please don't think I'm saying this to you, because I'm not, but I don't give a fuck if they sign him or not. I really don't. I'm not arsed either way. They need a lot more than Bruno Fernandes to get them back to where they need to be. Goldbridge had a Fernandes watch-along last night. Oh yeah, for their 2-0 loss to Benfica. Yeah, that worked out well for him, didn't it, that last game? I don't mean for Mark, I mean for Fernandes. It's weird as well, because the way United are hyping this shit up and the way United fans are hyping this shit up, you would swear that they're going out there and signing fucking prime Lionel Messi. We're talking about an extremely unproven Bruno Fernandes. We're talking about a player who was playing in the Portuguese Premier League and putting up decent numbers. We're not talking about one of Europe's finest here. We're not talking about them signing Kylian Mbappe, Jadon Sancho, Neymar, who I don't like either, but can be a good footballer, a prime Lionel Messi. We're talking about Bruno fucking Fernandes at a figure of around 40 to 50 million. They're not signing anyone that's going to transform their club. That is the level. That is how far these poor fuckers have fallen, that they are looking at Bruno Fernandes like the second coming of Christ. It's hilarious to look back and watch. And long may it continue. Long may that shithouse of a club continue to flounder around, and we sit back and look down at them, waving from atop of the Premier League mountain. So yeah, to sum it up, as our emoji would say, as we would say, as the great Dave Henry once said, fuck 'em. Craig, clubs have different needs. We need Bruno Fernandes. You need a fucking miracle, buddy, to be fair. Love you, pal. Don't mean to have a go at you, but yeah, you do need a creative midfielder. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, mate, but there's a lot more there. And if you're talking about Bruno Fernandes, then let's be honest about it, it's probably as a Pogba replacement at some point. Mason Greenwood, I'm not going to deny that he looks like a very good young footballer. Marcus Rashford is a very good footballer as well. Martial has tremendous potential, and if he keeps developing, can be a very good footballer. Wan-Bissaka is a decent right back. Maguire is completely fucking overrated, but is still a good Premier League standard. David De Gea, if he continues to keep up, if he manages to get his form back, can be a world class keeper. No denying that. I will give United credit where it's deserved, but they're a long way from being really relevant again. But the funny thing is, nobody seems to want 4th place in the Premier League this year. Arsenal are fucking up left, right and centre. Chelsea are fucking up left, right and centre. And United somehow, by some miracle, have a sniff of 4th. They're 5 points off it, I think, as things stand. couple of tweets going around today to say if we win at Anfield tomorrow, we'll be 2 points off it. You can put that in the bracket of, Bob, can I have things that won't happen for 10, please? Because it isn't happening. Man City thought they were indestructible until Klopp turned the screw. They squared up to Pep and his arrogant team. Love it, said Poochmouth18. Do you know, I was talking with Stephen McKierney yesterday, and he made a very good point. The league needs things like that. Like Pep needed Klopp to up his level. Manchester City raised the bar in the Premier League, and look at now. Like, we got 97 points last year and came second. So the level has come up because of managers like Guardiola, because of managers like Klopp, because of people before them like the likes of Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, all these type of managers that set the tone before. Yeah, you do need those, I won't say rivalries because I'll never really accept Manchester City as a rivalry, but you do need greatness to bring on more greatness. I think that's the best way I can describe it. And they have egged each other on. They have both helped to increase each other's levels. And they are both steps ahead of any other team in the Premier League. But we're top. And that's most important. Did I watch Gavin and Stacey? The Christmas special? I absolutely did, mate. And I'm intrigued to see what happens. I don't want any spoilers for anybody else, but the ending seemed to have left it open, Thomas, didn't it, mate, for a potential next Gavin and Stacey. Unless there's been a second one that I missed, but I've only seen the Christmas special. Of course, I watched all the old ones as well, mate, don't get me wrong, but recently I've just seen the Christmas one. Craig, Man United are skins, mate. Look at the evidence. Debt has caught up. Yeah, from what I've read as well, like Manchester United are still the most financially viable or the richest club in the Premier League, but Liverpool and Manchester City are closing that gap rapidly. I think Manchester City were something around 80 million from revenue behind Manchester United. Liverpool not too far behind again. And if United were to miss out on Champions League football again this season and Liverpool and City go deep in the Champions League, I think there's a good potential that next season Manchester City or Liverpool could be the most the richest club in the Premier League. Craig, if we win the league, we're going to be hated. We're already hated. I hate to break the news to you, mate, but we're already hated. There's a rule on social media right now. If you want the post to bang, just slag off Liverpool. That's it. Just throw out bait because we're fucking massive. Liverpool fans are everywhere and we jump on shit because we run social media. We own that shit. So, yeah, we are already hated, buddy. We're just going to be more hated. But it's not really hate. It's really fear. You know that deep down. They know that deep down. Take it as a massive compliment. Who's my favourite footballer? Not Liverpool players. You mean currently, mate, or of all time? Currently, let's go with... I've always admired Marco Verratti. I think he's a wonderful footballer. Non-Liverpool. I fucking love Liverpool players so much. Kevin De Bruyne. It's got to be Kevin De Bruyne. Right now, I think Kevin De Bruyne is sensational. Sergio Aguero deserves immense respect as well for what he's achieved in the Premier League as a striker. And of course, at Atletico before that as well. But I would say Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, it kills me to say it because he's a City player, but Kevin De Bruyne, outside of Liverpool, is a tremendous footballer. What's happening with the investigation at the City? I don't know, Dave, but I read something yesterday that said that the investigation's still carrying on, and as it stands, no matter, what the investigation might bring down the line, it looks as if City will definitely be okay to be in next season's Champions League. That's all I've read, and I don't know any more than that, so I don't want to give you fake information. Love the hate, thrive off it, says Stephen Booker. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, mate? It's great because we're absolutely relevant. We are the club that everybody is now going after. We have a massive big bullseye on our back. And as you've said, mate, rightly said, thrive off it, live it, own it, breathe it. Love the fume. I love it. Keep it coming. A sleeping giant has woken. Europe's finest at Tommy C. Aguero is class at Joanne Fisher. Do you know what? That's the thing about many Liverpool fans that I love. We're not afraid. We're football fans at heart, and we're not afraid to say when we see greatness. Aguero is quality. Kevin De Bruyne is absolutely quality. David Silva has been an unbelievable player in the Premier League. Well, not to say, when we see class, we say we see class because we love football. We fell in love with the sport because of wonderful footballers. Whether that be Robbie Fowler if you're a Liverpool fan, whether that be Eric Cantona if you're a United fan, or whoever it might be. We love the sport. We love good football. I remember Liverpool fans giving Cristiano Ronaldo a standing ovation because he was sensational. And that's the way we are as football fans. We appreciate greatness because we've seen a lot of it. Liverpool and Chelsea are going head to head in a £60 million battle to sign Timo Werner. Why would it be a £60 million battle when he's got a £30 million buyout clause in his contract? That doesn't seem to make any sense. Werner banged in some more goals today for Leipzig, by the way. Oh. Have we got memberships turned on, Connor? Have we got memberships turned on? It fucking looks like we have some breaking news, bitches. Connor Crosby just said, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. It looks like memberships are now on the channel by the looks of it. I'm going to wait for confirmation by Connor. But he's just joined Anfield Agenda as a member. The first member on the channel. I promise Far Isle, if you're watching me, jump on there. I didn't know this was happening. It looks like the Anfield Agenda memberships are open for business. Rollers has joined. He's now a member of Anfield Agenda. Welcome, mate. Love this shit. Love it. Let the stream continue now because this is the breaking news that we've been hoping for. Anfield Agenda memberships are open. Hallelujah. Praise Jeebus. I did say Jeebus there. That was a Simpsons reference before anybody jumps down my throat. Look at that. Connor Crosby gets his little Anfield Agenda logo beside his name. Memberships popping up all over the place. Far Isle, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras. There is a difference, by the way. Anfield Agenda Ultras is the more expensive membership and Anfield Agenda is the regular membership. Welcome Far Isle. Welcome everybody else that's joining. Welcome Joanne Fisher. Whose name is that? I can't see because of the blue writing. Oh, John Hamilton, because you're a mod. It's gone blue, mate. Welcome to John Hamilton. He's joined the Ultras. Stephen Booker, welcome to you, mate. This is fucking brilliant. This is my life complete. End it all now. It's done. Job done. We've won. Love it. And thank you. Rabadan, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Stephen Booker, welcome. This is class. Green everywhere. So Connor, you dealt with it 24 hours, mate, and they came back, boom, they've done it straight away. There should be a little join button beside the subscribe button, which might take a while to show up for other people on the channel. But yes, wow, we did it. You guys got us there. We hit 30k and now Anfield Agenda memberships are open, ladies and gentlemen. You get that little logo beside your name. You get the use of those special emojis. As more members join, we will increase the emojis because that's the way the memberships work. Thank you all for joining. We are Legion, said Stephen Booker. Love it. Love it, mate. It's gone green as well, so it makes it nice and easy for me to see you. Ian T, welcome. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Craig, do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should get sacked? Said Chaz. I think he should, Chaz, mate, but I don't want him to because I want him to remain irrelevant and shit. Rodder's straight in there with the baldy-headed Craig emoji. Rodder's gone in there with the WFM, we're fucking massive emoji. This is what you get, these little emojis, specially created by Connor for the channel. There's the link as well. Connor's put it in, youtube.com/channel/blah blah, but that's the sign up link. Sean Swain, mate, welcome to the Anfield Agenda Ultras, buddy. Two differences. Anfield Agenda FC is the 99p membership. Anfield Agenda Ultras is the more expensive membership. I think £4.99 or €4.99 or $4.99, depending on what country you're in. Michael Drury, mate, welcome to you. I love seeing our logo. The best part about this for me is fuck all the money stuff. I love seeing our logo beside people's name. And I love the fact that our members are now in green when they comment as well. It's great to see. Freddie Riz said, congratulations on 30k, really well deserved. Lots of love from Los Angeles, mate. I really want to get over to LA, Freddie, at some point. Yeah, I really, really do. Michael Drury, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Great to have you with us. Keep your comments coming, ladies and gents. Morton said, for those of you that aren't seeing the button, just refresh the page. Just refresh the page, and those membership buttons should pop up. I loved a farewell. Nice to see we have memberships. Woohoo! So Connor said bronze first month, silver second month, gold fourth month, full logo after 6 months. Yes, the membership logos do change the longer you're a member of Anfield Agenda. As Connor said, you get a bronze logo for the first month. Then when you're with us for a second month, that will change to silver. And then when you're with us for a fourth month, that will change to gold. And then the full diamondy type logo will change to, or the full logo after 6 months of being a member. Jabi Cat, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Is that Papot? Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. 210 Records. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. I love saying that. Welcome, 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 welcome. Connor, can you do a little bit of explaining, mate, with regards to the video as well, for people that aren't sure, because we spent time making a fucking cool little video. I have to say, it's brilliant. And we'll be adding more emojis ASAP as well, because once you sign up, we need a certain amount of people to sign up, and the more that happens, the more emojis we're allowed to create for the channel then. I don't want to miss out on anybody here. Craig Adams, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, buddy. Christine Nolan, welcome to you. And thank you so much to everybody for the support. It's really hard to read out the mods ones because they're in blue. Tom Boland, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Wow, you guys are legends. You are absolute legends. You've no idea what this means to myself and young Crosby. Connor's changed his job title, by the way. Connor, do you want to tell them what your job title now is, or do you want me to tell them, mate? Because he's decided that he needed to upgrade himself. Morton, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Pat Panisar, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, buddy. And Pat, I am really looking forward to meeting up with you, mate. I won't give too much away to anybody else because I want to keep stuff secret and all, but myself and Connor are looking forward to meeting you at some point down the line, mate. And yes, welcome to the family again, buddy. Producer, there he goes. Look, I didn't want to say, I wanted to give him a chance. Connor Crosby has now decided that his job title at Anfield Agenda is that he's the producer. And it's right, because if we move along and if that never happens, we're a team, and Connor knows what I like and what I don't like, and I don't fucking mean that in a sexual way before you smart fuckers come at me. I mean, he knows what camera angles I like, he knows what way I like things cut with regards to ham and turkey, not what I mean with regards to content and stuff, of course. Dave Sweeney, buddy, how are you? Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Black Goku said, how do you join? Buddy, refresh the page and you should have a membership button beside the subscribe button. I think you just need to refresh the page too. It'll take a while to come out for new people as well. Farrell wants to know, can he be the mascot? We should create a mascot actually, shouldn't we? We really should, Farrell. We should come up with a mascot. Yeah. But welcome to everyone that's joining. There's a join link there in the chat as well. I mean, I do like the idea of a mascot because, I mean, you know I'm not a fan of Liverpool's mascot, but an Anfield Agenda mascot would be fun. Cool, welcome to you, buddy. We need to batter the crap out of Man United 2-0 or 4-0, said Bruno. Joshua Gomersall said, I've no money in my account, but I'll be a membership. Mate, there's never any pressure. Don't ever feel any pressure, Joshua, mate. We'll try and read out everyone's comments as always. You're a valued member of our family, buddy, like everybody else, and thank you for being with us. Welcome to Sam. Welcome to Mac as well, buddy. How are you? Welcome to the Ultras. Sam, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Was Mr. Streamer the mascot? We used to have a llama. Do you remember back in the old days we had like a green screen with a llama in the background on the Anfield turf? We've already got 23 members and we're only going, what, like 15 minutes? Something like that, less than that. Morton with the WFM. I love that. I love seeing WFM in red on the page, mate. It looks class. Where can I buy a chair like yours? They're from a company called Serendipity Furniture, mate. And they've got an Instagram account, a Facebook account, and a Twitter account. It's a family business run by two wonderful people called Paul and Beth. And they will make any chair in any colour. They'll put, like, this chair has the liverbird on it and it has my surname embroidered as well. They can do that in any colour and any design that you want, mate. So if you're interested in it, mention us to them because you'll get a £100 discount just for mentioning. You can either say Anfield Agenda. They also accept Big Ball Twat if you want to say that, buddy. But yes, Serendipity Furniture is the company. And there's a link that John Hamilton has kindly put in as well to their Facebook page. And thank you for that, John. John said, I've talked to Serendipity Furniture on Instagram, Twitter, or even Facebook. Yep, you can chat to them on either one, or there's three of them on any of them. How do I feel about City drawing to Palace today? Said Living Champs. Yeah, it was a weird one, wasn't it, mate? Because for so long, you had Palace 1-0 up, and then Aguero got a brace, I think, and put City 2-1 up, and then right at the end, Palace went and got their equaliser, and again, I think it means if we win a game in hand and we were to beat United, 19 points difference, mate. That is, for me, personally, it's unassailable. But it's more good news for us, isn't it, really? It just helps increase the gap. Mind the gap, as we like to say. Right, ladies and gents, any other questions about the possible quitting thing in May, let them in. Any other questions about the game tomorrow? Your predictions, of course, I want to know as well. I'm going to carry on streaming for a bit longer because I missed you fuckers, like I said. I think it's been 6 days, 5-6 days since I last streamed. Rabadan, thank you for the super chat as always, mate. Said Roy is great as Palace manager. It is weird, isn't it, Rabadan? Because there is a level that Roy Hodgson seems to succeed at. Our job was too big for him. But the likes of Fulham, the likes of Crystal Palace, clubs like that seems to be his little niche where he seems to do well. And you know what, it kills me to give him credit, but at that level of club, he seems to be alright, you know. Ash, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend, the newest member. Craig, don't you think Madrid are doing okay? Which Madrid? Are we talking Atleti or are we talking Real? If we're talking Real, I don't think they're a patch on what they used to be, mate. I think they've a lot of aging players. Vinicius is going to be a wonderful footballer. There's no doubt about that one. But like Luka Modric, Kroos, those type of players, they're getting on in years. Sergio Ramos as well. They need an injection of fresh blood there. They'll always be a big club from a financial perspective, and that they'll always be a draw to players, but they're not a patch on what they were. I think Spanish clubs are playing catch up right now with English clubs in the Premier League. And look, you've got the GOAT still there in Lionel Messi at Barcelona. I think one of my favourite players, but definitely the greatest player of my generation now. For me, you got to have a conversation around Diego Armando Maradona as well, if you're talking about the absolute greatest of all time. But I probably just shade it with Messi, you know. I know Maradona, people say won the World Cup at Argentina and that as well, but yeah, I mean, again, two wonderful Argentinian footballers. And of course, look, you can't mention these conversations without talking about Cristiano as well. I've never been one of his biggest fans, but I will never deny the man's greatness. Oh dear, I see Lingard has a similar chair, not as neat as yours, Craig. Yes, of course, came from the same company, Serendipity Furniture. His one has his J-Lings logo on it. But again, yes, just shows you the quality of stuff that Paul and Beth put out on Serendipity. And, you know, they have a pretty good range of clients as well. A Playboy Bunny recently got a chair made as well. And then there's this big-titted man here. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Messi or Ronaldinho? Oh, Ronaldinho was a baller, wasn't he? Ronaldinho, mate. Some of the shit he did with the football was just mwah. That goal against Chelsea as well. Little swivel of the foot and then bang. Ronaldinho was an absolute baller, no doubt about it. Yeah, so great shout that, mate. Do you know, I remember I was working in a train station in a little cafe / sandwich bar. And I remember picking up a newspaper because we sold newspapers in there in the little cafe. And I remember reading this headline that said that it was between Manchester United and Barcelona to sign Ronaldinho at the time. I think perhaps was he coming from Gremio or somewhere. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. But it said that United didn't sign him because he wanted use of a helicopter to bring him from Manchester down to London to party at the weekend and go to nightclubs, and that Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't having a bar of it. No, I don't know if Barcelona did or didn't either, but he went to Barca, and as they say, the rest is history. Craig Adams said, still don't know what to make of Zaha. He's a dangerous player, but don't see him. Sorry, let me catch up with that and get back to the rest of your comment. I don't see him making it at a bigger club. Is he 27, by the way, Wilf, or is he 26? But either way, he's a bit older than I thought, and I think he'll do a job at a top level club, mate, but I don't know if he'll like set the world alight, put it that way. Maybe a Spurs, somewhere like that might be a decent move for him. But would they have the money? Would Daniel Levy pay what it would take? Somebody said about George Best. In my opinion, George Best was the all-time greatest. Said Thilo 28 full. Bestie was do you know what I mean? Miss World on one arm, champagne on the other arm, going out and banging in goals as well. I won't deny it. He was a Manchester United player, but Bestie was, yeah, he was a baller as well, without a shadow of a doubt. Before my time, but what I've seen of him, again, we're football fans. We appreciate greatness. Look at the WFMs all over the screen right now. All our members with the WFM logo. Love it. And again, for anybody who doesn't see that button beside the membership button beside their subscribe button, just refresh the page. I think somebody said that worked for them earlier on. Romario was a good striker. He was, definitely. Was it Romario that came up with this celebration in USA 94? Or have I got that completely wrong? Rashford's not included in the team hotel for United, said Morad. Yeah, that seems to be the news, mate, that's going around, that he's not going to be available from tomorrow, when that weakens them even further, doesn't it, if that's the case. Ronaldo, good. Messi, better. George, best. Oh, I don't know about that, mate. I don't know if he's the best. I would put it Messi. My top three would be Messi, Maradona, Ronaldo, for me. Excuse me. And I can say that because I caught the end of Diego Maradona's career, so I got to see him. Obviously, I've grown up seeing Messi and Ronaldo, and well, even my adult life, I've seen Messi and Ronaldo, but I never really got to see George Best play live, or King Kenny, or Graham Souness, or any of the Liverpool greats over the years, Kevin Keegan, anyone like that. Connor's put the join link in there for anyone who hasn't got the membership option yet. There's a link in there. George Best played for Cork Hibs, said Thomas McGee. He went off. Did he play? I know he went to America to play, but did he play for the New York Cosmos, or was it another club that he went over, the best he played in America for? Or was it Canada actually that he went to? Somebody will know in the chat, I'm sure. Someone on Twitter implied Slabhead was a doubt as well. I think he will play. I think I'll expect Maguire to play, to be honest, Dave. I know he was a doubt for the last game, but he played now. Unless he tweeted something during that game, I don't know. Clavan, card 6, when you're right, mate. Clavan obviously levels above everybody else. I mean, Ragnar is, do you know what I mean? He's a level of his own, Ragnar. I can't deny that, mate. The Clavan door, as far Isla said. 2-0. Is what I predict. Yeah, that's my prediction. Vidar's going for a 5-1. I would prefer you to be right, Vidar, of course. 5-1 would be absolutely wonderful, mate. See you tomorrow, Thomas McGee, mate. Wolves versus Liverpool matches on BT Sport this Thursday night, said Eugene McGeever. Craig, you don't think Gerrard's slip is just a Liverpool meme now? I think it's just a cheap shot from opposition fans, mate. As Stevie G himself said, once Liverpool lift that Premier League title, it'll help him a little bit as well. But look, it's all they have to fucking throw at us, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're running out of things now because we're out there smashing records, picking up W's, keeping clean sheets, banging in goals, lifting trophies. First English club to consecutively hold the Champions League, the European Super Cup and the World Club Cup simultaneously. We will lift the Premier League title in May, and God knows what might happen in the Champions League. We could go there as well. Of course, we're confirmed, by the way. I know you know this, but I haven't had a chance to talk about this. The Reds will be playing Shrewsbury Town, who beat Bristol in the replay in the third round. So Liverpool will be away to Shrewsbury in the FA Cup. Joanne said Maguire is available to play tomorrow, and 210 records, we're fucking massive, mate. Do you know what I mean? WFM. Merch will be the next thing up in the next few months if we keep going after May. If we're going after May, we'll sit down and talk about merch as well, because we've got some really funny ideas for shit we want to put out there, but not yet. Who's my goal scorers? Who did I say earlier on? Sadio Mane and Virgil van Dijk will be my goal scorers, mate. You met Joe Egan in Dublin, like Big Joe Egan the boxer. I've been in his gaff, mate. My dad was his friend, and my dad was very good friends with Joe Egan. I was out in his house before. My dad and Joe go way back. Very interesting life story, Big Joe, and really nice man as well. I'll never forget, he used to work for Delta Airlines, and he got me a picture of Paul McGrath before when he was there. Now this was before the days where you could fucking get selfies and all. He took the picture, got it developed and sent it to me. Yeah, Big Joe Egan's always been a gent to me, and very, very interesting life story. And if anyone doesn't know who Big Joe Egan is, just Google him. He's somebody that Mike Tyson once called the toughest white man on the planet. And yeah, he's a very interesting life story. And now he's into acting and stuff as well. So great to see Joe doing well. What have we got? Joanne said Maguire is available to play tomorrow. We've done that one. Oh, footballer for Ireland. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the boxer, Joe Egan. Sorry, because like Google the boxer, Joe Egan, and you'll see what I'm coming from. Yeah, he was a sparring partner with Mike Tyson. Barney Eastwood was his trainer, and yeah, as I said, Mike Tyson called him the toughest white man on the planet. Footy Boy Rock said 4:30 a.m. in India. More love to you, Craig. The Reds, Bobby and Trent score 2-0 win. Love to you as well, buddy. Thank you for joining us. 4:30 a.m. You're a legend, sir. Am I watching the cage fighting tonight? Yeah, I'm definitely watching McGregor fighting Cowboy Cerrone. And you know, it's been good to see more respect this time, because you can't not respect Cowboy, to be fair. My second team was Tranmere Rovers, said Doyle Kennedy. If anyone's interested, Manchester City are throwing the title away on BBC. Oh, belter. You've won, mate. Comment of the night without a shadow of a doubt. Well in, sir. I love it. Well in, mate. That's class. Oh, Match of the Day's recording for me in my telly box there. So, yeah, I'll be watching that later on. I just had to glance across to see if the little red light was on it. Joanne's second team is Bristol Rovers. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 4 minutes past 11. We're going to go till 11:15 to make up, because I owe you guys content, because, you know, it's been away. Your man's been over there. Do you know what I mean? Your boy's been interviewing Graham Hunter. Your boy's been interviewing Guillaume Balaguer. Not dropping any names, but they are on the channel there if you want to have a watch. And as I said, I don't ask you many favours. Watch the Graham Hunter interview. Please get those numbers up for me, because he's my hero with regards to content. Yeah, his descriptive nature of football and the culture of La Liga, and his just his childlike enthusiasm for the sport is infectious. And if you want to hear more of Graham Hunter stuff as well, the big interview with Graham Hunter, it's a free podcast. It's available on Spotify. It's available on Acast, I think he partners with, and it's free. And there's interviews on there with Virgil van Dijk. There's interviews on there with Jurgen Klopp. There's interviews on there with Paul Gascoigne. And Graham Hunter does an amazing, amazing job. So if you like podcasts and you like listening to football stuff, please do go over and check out the big interview with Graham Hunter, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And my personal favourite outside of the Klopp and the Liverpool ones was when he interviewed Kevin Bridges. And Kevin Bridges, and I've mentioned this on the stream before, spoke about going over to the Super Classico to see Boca and River Plate and stuff like that. And just hearing Kevin's love of the game as well was really, really inspiring. So yeah, check out the big interview with Graham Hunter if you like podcasts, and it's free, so why not? Pepe Reina is the GOAT, said Brandon Banks. Did everybody see Pepe singing La Bamba? Because you know when you join a football club and they make you sing a song or do something to initiate you in. Well, Pepe stood up on the chair in his villa top and he sang La Bamba. And you know, I thought it was me for a second. I looked at it and went, I don't remember doing that. But jokes aside, yeah, Pepe's a legend. Love him. What's going on with Kai Havertz, said Luke. Well, Luke, it's rumoured that Liverpool are going to be looking at maybe £105 million deal, something like that. I've always heard and read that he's most likely to go to Bayern Munich, but if Bayern want Leroy Sané, would they have the money for Kai Havertz? I don't know. Bayern are a very well run, financially stable club, but would they put out that much of an outlay in one window? I couldn't say. Real Madrid have been linked, but with Donny van der Beek looking like he's most likely to go there again, would they need Havertz? I know Havertz is maybe a little bit more on the front foot, but again, it's a lot of money. So the potential for Liverpool could be there. If, as I said earlier on, if I was to rate it, I'd probably say a 6 out of 10 possibility, but that's just a guess and no inside information for me, mate, whatsoever. A moobs emoji, Connor. I think Connor's asking for some no, we're not doing T-Rex arms, Dave. We're not putting any Everton based emojis up on the side. He's only got little arms. We're not putting any of those up. Anthony Davies, mate, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, the newest member of the family. Great to see you with us, buddy. And you will now have that lovely little logo beside your name, and your name will be in green when you write your comments, and you've got use of those deadly little emojis as well. I hope Pepe Reina plays versus Liverpool. So do I, Brandon, and he will get a wonderful reception from Liverpool fans. Would that be away? Would be away at Villa, wouldn't we? My memory's gone, mate. We'll be away for that Villa game. I know we're at home, so I'm fucking going to the game. I'm actually an Omadon. Yeah, I'll be giving him a reception. I'll tell you that one. I'll be singing Pepe Reina's name loud and proud because he was one of my heroes. The man was basically one of the first sweeper keepers around. Distribution, and the Premier League era, I should say. Distribution was unbelievable. Breaking records of clean sheets and stuff back in the day as well. Prime Pepe Reina was quality stuff. Is there an Anfield Agenda badge emoji? Well, if you join, mate, you get the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name. So every time that you post, Anfield Agenda's logo will be right beside your comment. So we didn't think there was a need to put in the badge. And the badges change, mate, because if once you're with us 1 month, you have that bronze badge that you can see that people have there now. When you're with us 2 months, that changes to a silver badge. And when you're with us 4 months, a gold badge. And then at 6 months, the full badge. Which, again, Connor can probably explain a bit better than me. How about an Omadon emoji? I don't think people would understand what the word means. And for those of you that ever hear me using the word Omadon and don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Irish word for idiot, basically. And it's not, I don't mean idiot in any, a disrespectful way about somebody's mental health or somebody. It's a genuine Irish word that's used for a fool, basically. Oh, you got the spelling right. Farrell or Omadon. No, it's actually A for the N, but you were close. Craig, me and Pepe Reina twins. Yeah, I'm the twin that's let himself go a little bit, mate, and can't quite grow that beard that he has. Divox Big Socks, said Sam. I like seeing people's names in green as well for the members. It makes it easy to spot people. So well in on that one. What's his last badge is the proper AA logo, said Connor. So yeah, so once you're there for 6 months, you get the full AA logo, the full Anfield Agenda logo beside your name. Emre Can is rumoured to be wanted by Everton for 30 million, said Jonathan. He was linked to United a while back as well, Jonathan, wasn't he, mate? Didn't quite work out for him at Juve as things stand. Obviously, Juve went and brought in Adrian Rabiot as well, so yeah, it seems like Mr. Chan's chances at Juve are quite limited, so wherever he may move, I don't know. Rain is good and all, but Alisson's just too handsome, said nobody important. I can't argue with you. Alisson, as I call him, a Brazilian Adonis. Right, 5 minutes to go on the stream, ladies and gents. Keep your comments coming. Anything else you want to talk about? Again, if anyone isn't seeing that membership button, just refresh the page and it should pop up. What else is there? Scotty said Craig will be a member during the United game. Again, Scotty, mate, and everybody, please feel absolutely no pressure whatsoever. All your comments are going to be there as always. The memberships don't give people... Do I say this? It's not an elitist thing. We're going to read everybody's comments as we always do. It's just a way, I suppose, for people to support the channel and get a few little tiny bits and bobs with it and stuff as well. Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel pressurised because it's the last thing we ever want. Grobler or Reina? Reina for me. I think he was consistently better. Craig the Irish Adonis. Well, I don't quite think so, mate. The Irish Omadon would be more me, mate. Chaz said Craig can't be a member. Don't you worry about that, buddy. You keep putting your comments in as always, mate, and I will do my best to read them. Having you with us and watching and commenting, Chaz, is more than enough, my friend. If Rashford is injured, then I'm hoping for the 1-9 formation. Van Dijk can defend by himself, said Tom Morgan. I just hope we batter them. I do. I just hope we go out there tomorrow and absolutely batter them because I despise that club. I despise them so very fucking much. I'm sick of them. I didn't like listening to their arrogance and their gloating during the years of success. they call us unbearables. They were pretty fucking unbearable themselves. But then again, as my good friend Farrell there says, football is cyclical and the tables have turned right now, and it's our time. It's our time, ladies and gents. Craig, will you do members only chat for games? I don't know if that is an option at all, mate. But again, we don't ever want to restrict anybody. We don't want people to feel like that they've been priced out of anything on our channel, or that their opinion isn't valued as much as anybody else. So we don't want to put barriers up between anything that we do and other people, because people built us to where we are, and we'll never spit in their face, and we'll never disrespect our subscribers. So we may have a Discord group, stuff like that we'll probably set up for, I think it was the Ultras, Connor, if I'm correct. Is that right? We're going to be setting up a Discord group. Yeah, I think we're going to be setting up a Discord group for the Ultra members for information on what they think the channel's future should be with regards to the style of content that we make, feedback, stuff that they like, stuff that they don't like, and things like that, just so we can help keep the channel what you guys want it to be. Connor said it is an option, but we'd probably avoid doing it maybe when we're on like 1 million subscribers. Yes, if that was the case, as Connor said, like, to use an example, if you go onto the United stand, Mark has so many subscribers that the chat moves 1 million miles an hour. It's impossible for Mark to be able to keep up with all of his comments and stuff. So for the likes of Mark, where he has, I think, what does Mark have now? 600,000 subscribers more, something like that. Yeah, it would probably make more sense in that scenario. But for us, there's no need. We can keep up as things stand. Karius or De Gea on current form? De Gea, without a doubt. Like, I mean, I know De Gea is shaky at the minute in bits and pieces, but De Gea has been world class quality. I don't think we can ever say that we've seen Karius yet get to that level. Who's my favourite LFC striker of all time? Robbie Fowler, Shabby Cat. He's my favourite player, Liverpool player of all time. If I glance across to my right now, my wall, I've got a big frame with a signed Robbie Fowler and Jamie Carragher shirt in it, and I love looking up at it because I love Fowler. What have we got? Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:15. I'm going to call that a night. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be live for the Watchalong for the Manchester United game, starting from 4 p.m. It is a massive game, as I like to say. Thank you all. To those of you that signed up to the membership so far, thank you very much. To those of you that asked any questions tonight, I hope I got to answer as many of them as possible. If I didn't, please put it in next time. I'll always do my best to answer them. One favour, as I said before you go, if you're looking for something to watch, if you haven't had a look at that Graham Hunter interview, please, I implore you, just do me that one favour. Go over, check it out, because I want you guys to see what I see with Graham Hunter, how great he is. Check out his podcast as well. As I said, it is available for free. The big interview, it's on Spotify, it's on Acast. Go over and give it a listen. To you all, thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you and welcome to our Anfield Agenda FC members and to our Anfield Agenda Ultra members. Hit that subscribe button. Mash, smash, bash, trash, lash that like button before you head off. Keep your comments coming. If you're watching this on playback or repeat later on, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're here to troll me, as always, you can suck my nuts. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, lots of love to you all. Up the motherfucking Reds. Big game coming up tomorrow.